hey, 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 hey. Happy Saturday, people. This is Saturday night. I know it is because Mrs. Old Guy is sitting in the chair over there. And when she's sitting in the chair over there, that means it's Saturday night. And I get to do my favorite thing of the week, and that's cook your requests. So, howdy, everybody. We have a couple people in the room already.
We do. Ronald.
Ronald, hello.
Eli,
good evening.
and Johnny Smallpepper.
Johnny Smallpepper, good evening. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I'm not going to waste a lot of time chit-chatting and waiting for people to come in. It's a pretty ambitious menu tonight. Not that I'm trying to make any excuses, but I might run a little bit longer than 2 hours. We'll see.
Eli says it was really cool watching you prep again. LOL. Just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Miguel's here.
Miguel, good evening. Good evening. Happy
Natalie
Saturday.
Nicole.
Natalie Nicole on her break.
No, she's at Magic Kingdom at Disney.
Oh, Magic Kingdom. Wow, and you're taking time out of your vacation at Disneyland to, come in and say hi to Mr. Old Guy. Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you, Natalie. Wow, it's amazing. So,
Steve and Stanley both.
I'm sorry, what?
Steve and Stanley.
Steve and Stanley. Gosh, guys, come on in. Grab yourself a seat. Grab yourself a cold one. Whatever cold one you like. Water, beer, soda pop, whatever. It's going to be kind of a long evening, I think, but a fun one. I'm going to start with the dessert, the peach crumble. And I just want to get that out of the way, and that way it'll be done and still be kind of a warm dessert a little bit later when we have dessert after the shotgun shells and the pizza. So, fun night coming up. All right, and I'm just going to get the clock rolling here.
Eli says 32 till oyster kill.
32, yes, sir. Coming up close.
Yeah.
And I want to let y'all know that I have finally finished re-editing the Georgian Pudgy show that I wrote. And I think it's a much cleaner, much better sounding production than the first time. And I also broke it up into 3 15-minute thereabout episodes. And I've started my new channel, Old Guy Radio Players. And I'm excited. I've already got 15 people. And that's okay. I'm not looking for like a whole bunch of people ever, but I've only got one 15-minute episode posted, but there will be, after these 3, there'll be another 8 coming right down the line. So.
Yep, and the link is in the chat.
Yep, link's in the chat to my new channel. And just go there, hit subscribe, hit the notification button. And then once a week for the next umpteen weeks, there will be a new episode of some sort of Georgian Pudgy out on the channel. And we are currently writing new episodes. Forgot to get my peeler. Get new episodes going. And got to say, before I forget, I'm excited about tonight's dinner and I want to get it done. But I have to say hi to Doug and Shar, sitting at home watching on TV, not able to, participate in normal chat. And which also reminds me, you guys know what I'm having. What are you guys having? What's your meal plans? I mean, depends on where you are in this fine world. So, all right.
Steve said he was listening to your live stream for 2 consecutive days, 12 hours each day, Wednesday and Thursday of this week.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's really nice of you. That'll definitely help with the watch hours that it'll need once I get to 1,000.
Yep.
I guess YouTube's got a thing now where you can start getting a little something after you got 500 subscribers. But I still don't have the watch hours, so which are exactly the same for 1,000 or 500. So, and that's all right. I'm not in this to make money. That's for sure. However, if you do feel like supporting old guy, there is a link to my Patreon in my homepage. There's my brother Doug, what he's having for his dinner.
Hello.
All right, let's see here. Okay, one more to go, then I'll pull the pits out.
Okay. I will.
These peaches, these are Colorado grown peaches.
I will.
They're pretty local.
Okay. Bye.
And they are amazing. They're sweet, but they're also a little bit tart. All right, so I imagine that was my brother Doug.
Yeah, and he has a request for you to send him some peach crumble.
Some peach what?
Some peach crumble.
Oh, you want me to send him some for dessert?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
I'm just having red chili and crackers.
Hey, nothing wrong with some chili and crackers. Nothing wrong with that. All right, let me get rid of these guys.
Dainty the Clown here.
Hey, Mr. Dainty.
Cheers. Hope all is well.
Oh, thank you, sir. I hope all is well with I hope all is well with you. For those of you that haven't kept up or have seen much in the way of my shorts lately, short videos, I guess I better say it like that. I started a new series, Will It Brulee, and so far the majority of items, well, just go check it out. But it's something I plan on doing for the next year. I want to do a brulee a day.
Eli says, "Where is the time surfer from down under?"
That's a good question. See, I'm not far enough in the future to know. I'm still stuck here in the past with you. So, anything that happens is just, unknown to us. But now we could ask him why when he gets here, but then that would kind of lose its point because he's in the future and he knows why already. So.
Steve said that miso chicken scream, I could tell you weren't impressed.
With what?
The miso chicken.
Oh, the miso chicken? Yeah,
miso,
no.
Whatever.
That was... Yeah, that's just not a flavor that I think I'm ever going to grow to like. Now, that's not to say that maybe I just didn't do it properly. Maybe I used too much. Maybe I didn't use enough. I just, maybe should have had other things with it. I don't know. I don't know enough about miso. I know I didn't like it the way we had it. So.
Thank you. Clown said he'll be right back.
Well, buddy, I'm going to be right here slicing up these peaches. Got peach crumble for dessert, as I said. So I figured this is one that I actually do on the stream because it's good as a warm dessert and with the little bit of a crisp in the air because of fall coming on. Yes, sir. It's nice warm dessert. Nothing wrong with that. Trick is to go through and make sure you get all the calves cut. Pretty simple recipe here. Just pretty much just peaches with a tad bit of sugar, a little bit of lemon juice, and then the crumble that you make to go on the top, which is just flour, butter, sugar, and a little cinnamon. So, very simple dessert, but really good dessert.
Well, I said it was still over 100 yesterday.
Was it really? Wow. It's been nice here in the 70s. I know that probably sounds like winter conditions to you, Eli, but yes, in the mid 70s or so. The last few days, the evenings have been kind of up and down. You know, some nights they've dropped into the upper 30s. Most nights in the low 40s or so. It won't be long before that's it. No more warm days.
Yeah, we got a couple of days of rain coming up, and it's going to cool down to like 50 during the day.
All right. Add a little bit of sugar in here now. Dry my hands off a little bit. All right. The old sugar. I just need like, I don't know, maybe a tablespoon and a half of the old sugar.
Eli said they had a day in the upper 80s last week, and he saw a couple sweaters out and about.
Yeah, I bet. You know, somebody that's used to 100 degrees or more.
Yeah.
80. Whoa. It's chilly out here. All right, I want just come on now. A little bit of cinnamon in there. I got half of a lemon left over from earlier today. So I'm just going to squeeze some of that juice in here. Did I de-seed it first? Ah, that's okay. It was only one, no? Yep, just one. Usually I catch them in my hand, but not that time. Okie doke. A little bit of flour. Or, nope, that's it. No flour in here. One thing about putting my table this close.
Eddie's here, and he wants to know what's on the menu.
Hey, Eddie. Welcome, nephew. So, peach crumble dessert, which is what I'm making right now. Shotgun shells appetizer that I'll be starting here in just a minute. And pineapple and ham pizza as requested by Greg Wells. And who requested the shotgun shells? Was it Eli? Eli, and we try to keep track of these things. Also, I'm holding my breath.
Eli and Scott and Greg.
Eli, Scott, and Greg all wanted the shotgun shells.
Oh, no, just Eli and Scott, and then Greg wanted the pizza.
Right, okay, there we go.
Sorry.
No, it's quite all right.
John.
Hey, John. Happy evening. Happy weekend. Getting some crumble together for dessert.
Did you tell Eddie what's on the menu?
I did, I think. Pizza. Yeah, shotgun shells. Yeah, I think I did.
Eli says, will brulee sugar brulee?
Sugar brulee is just fine.
Will brulee sugar brulee?
Will brulee sugar brulee? Oh, touche. I guess it depends on how dark you like your brulee. Let's get a couple.
It says sounds great.
Let's get a couple tablespoons. Ed, there is a link there in the chat box. I'll have Mrs. Old Guy post it again. It is for my new channel that will do only my radio programs that I've done with some very talented people, both on and off of YouTube. So, first one, if you saw it before, the George and Pudgy show, the first one was okay. The first version of that was okay. But I re-edited it and turned it into 3 15-minute segments instead of one long 45-minute one. So give it a check out. That's what my new channel's for. That's all it's for. All right.
John says he's cooking pork chops and mashed potatoes.
Pork chops and mashed taters. That sounds delicious. Let's get a little bit of flour in here. Looks good. Up. It's about right for the pasta. I'll just dump that in here. Yes, I'm going to make the pasta to do the shotgun shells. Why wouldn't I, right? Okay, a little bit more of the cinnamon.
It says sounds great, thank you. Johnny Small Peppers here. Back.
Yeah, welcome back, Johnny. I'm very excited. This is going to be a really, really good dinner.
Eli said, will pizza brulee?
Well, you know, it's funny you should ask that. I bruleed a pizza. It just isn't. It just isn't out yet. So, and I'm not going to answer that because
You gotta wait.
you got to wait. When the video comes out, you will see if a pizza will brulee.
Carol's here.
Hi, Carol.
You're not late.
Well,
Just starting.
yep. I'm just getting some strudel topping or crumble topping or however you like to say it for the top of this peach crisp. And instead of doing, you know, one small one, I thought I'd just make Mrs. Old Guy and I individual little desserts. Maybe, just maybe, if Mrs. Old Guy treats me nice, I'll let her have a little bit of cream on top.
Ooh, gee, thanks.
Better be nice.
Shake your finger at me.
What do you mean, don't shake my finger at you? Don't you shake my... Don't you tell me not to shake my finger at you. Okay. You win. Okay, finish the strudel a little bit more. Okay. That looks pretty good. Crumble.
Okay.
All right. Fresh peaches. Just kind of split them up here. Ooh, this is going to be really good.
I bet it will be.
Okay. That looks pretty decent. One more little slice. All right. Crumbles.
Carol says that's why she's nice.
My dessert. crumbles before me. Oh yeah. Put a decent amount on there. And then just
Eli is having spicy chicken sandwich with mac and cheese.
nice. Is it a homemade spicy chicken sandwich, or did you fast food it somewhere? All right, there we go. Set the rest of that aside. Crash! Just in case it wants to boil over. Let's get it in the oven. All right. That'll take half hour or more. Plenty of time to get going on the rest of this.
Yep.
The rest of these shenanigans that I got lined up. Let's get a little pasta started, shall we? Got that about, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of a cup of flour. Gonna throw a huevo, and let's get the pasta going here.
Eli said homemade minus the mac and cheese.
Okay. Nice, nice. Nothing wrong with a homemade chicken sandwich. I've done a few copycat chicken sandwiches. I did one, the Wendy's jalapeno popper chicken sandwich. And that was pretty good. I tried the Wendy's version. Of course, anything made at home is going to be better. Well, provided you can cook. Pasta coming together slowly here. Should be good. A quiet, uneventful week, except for the time spent doing the editing and so forth, the re-edit on that George and Pudgy. Other than that, really not much going on now. It's getting to be that time of year where it's going to get cold outside, and and I'm not going to do anything as far as like too many projects and so forth. So I'll have a lot more time to play around with YouTube and other little projects that I've got going.
Eli says, I've never been able to make a good cheese sauce for mac and cheese. I can never get the consistency right, either too thin or just becomes a block of cheese and pasta.
Well, how do you do it? What's your procedure when you make your mac and cheese? Okay, you've already got your macaroni cooked and you're getting ready to put your cheese in. What do what is your method? How do you do it? Maybe I can give you a hint, or maybe not a hint, but another way of doing it. I don't know. I don't know what I wanted to say there. Kind of sounds like what I wanted to say, but not quite. There was another. All right, I know it. He's not right in the head. Never was. Never was. All right. Are we good? I think so. A little sticky, but nothing on that little flour. in a minute won't take care of. We'll just drop that in here. Let it do its moment.
Charles has points.
Points?
Yeah.
Points? Are you pointing at me?
It must be.
Oh, I don't know what I did that I need to be pointed at, but we'll point at you too, if that's what you're doing. Just saying. Okay. I suppose I probably should get a little bit of pizza dough going as well, because I do have to make pizza yet.
John says he can't believe it's already October.
Oh, I know it, right? Years just going by. Presto KitchenAid here. Gonna get a little flour.
She said pointers for Eli.
All right, about a cup of that. My jar o' yeast.
Scott's here.
Good evening, Mr. Scott, sir. We're making pizza crust. Sit down at the table with the rest of us.
Says, hope you're having a great day. I can't wait to see shotgun shells getting made.
Uh-huh. Well, I just made the pasta dough to roll out the manicotti shell. And I'm doing it that way for a reason. I suppose now that I've said that, you're probably going to want to know the reason. Me and my big mouth, right? Well, so I know that they sell some good size manicotti shells. I've seen them in markets before, grocery stores, whatever. But around here, there is no place that you can buy a manicotti shell any bigger than like that big and maybe about as big around as my finger. And it's like, well, that would make an awful wimpy, tiny little shotgun shell. I mean, that's not real. I mean, maybe that's not even a 410, is it? Well, maybe. But I'm thinking you're wanting, 12 gauge at least. So, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna make my fresh pasta. Is what I'm gonna do. And that's so. There you have it.
Eli says, I usually make a Monet type sauce for the mac.
Say that again.
A Monet sauce?
A Monet sauce?
A Monet type sauce.
Monet.
For his mac and cheese.
Okay. And you don't like the texture, huh?
Says he can never get it right. Too thin or too thick.
Well, yeah, I guess that's just, it's going to be the law of the jungle for you, buddy. Everybody's got their Achilles heel. And apparently, mac and cheese is yours. So.
Scott says, this year is going by so fast. I can't believe it. I've been at the department for almost a year. Feels like just yesterday I started. Currently, he's having Mediterranean food, chicken over rice, and salad.
Missed the very first part? He's having what?
Mediterranean food.
Oh,
Chicken
Mediterranean
over rice.
food. Oh, okay. Yum.
Joshua's here.
Joshua, good evening.
Eli said Captain Shell.
Captain what?
Cap gun shells.
Oh, cap gun shells, yeah.
The little ones.
Yeah. Pretty much. is all it would be.
Scott says, I'm confused. What were you trying to buy from the store for shotgun shells?
Manicotti shells.
John wants to know, do we like stuffed mushrooms?
Wants to know what now?
Do we like stuffed mushrooms?
Eh,
Not really.
not really. Not. Neither one of us are like huge mushroom fans. I'll eat them if they're like in a marinara sauce or something. That's okay, you know, I don't mind. Once in a while, if they're made properly, I'll eat mushrooms and onions on my steak. But that's a rare occasion. Okay. A little more flour.
Joshua had Walmart 3-meat stuffed crust pizza.
How was it? I've never bought them. Was it a frozen pizza or was it
Yes.
like a fresh one?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Like, I don't know if they sell ones like that at the, some Walmart might carry them. I just wondered. I've never tried a Walmart brand pizza. That's why I'm just curious.
Johnny says stuffed anything sounds good.
Stuffed, who said that?
Johnny.
Johnny.
Stuffed anything.
Stuffed anything. Yeah, pretty much. Stuffed, I love stuffed green bell peppers.
Yeah.
There is one part that I deviate from on far as regular recipe. I don't care for the ground beef and tomato mixture in with rice. I know that's how it's most commonly made, but I absolutely prefer my little orzo pasta. It's like rice, but it's not rice. Absolutely love those. All kinds of stuffed things. Birds.
Scott said that he can make an amazing
Mushroom soup? What kind of mushroom soup?
He said that he can make and
Yeah, I just wonder what kind of a mushroom soup. There are different ways, there are
Yeah.
different types, so just curious.
Eli says also having a gin and tonic with a twist minus the tonic and the twist.
Hang on a minute. I'm going to have to shut this off for me to hear what you're saying.
Well, I'll just wait till it's done.
Well, I'm done. That'll be good.
Eli said he's also having a gin and tonic with a twist minus the tonic and the twist.
Gotcha. That's like me with my hot buttered rum. Hold the hot butter.
Joshua says it was frozen and it was pretty good for $7.
Awesome. I think the last frozen pizza I tried, other than the one that's coming up on the brulee, the last one I got was Screamin' Sicilian. And the first time I got them, I thought they were amazing. Just, really good. The sauce was good and the toppings were good. We bought another one like a year or 2 years later. It's like everything changed. It's like the sauce was The toppings tasted like they were old.
Carol said you made stuffed mushrooms and seemed to love them.
I made them, and I seemed to love them because, the insides were good. But we're not really big mushroom fans. I could eat one or two, which is what I made, like one a piece or two a piece.
One a piece.
Just how it is. Just because I don't like it, I can eat at least one, right? Okay, so that is.
Scott says
Crazy.
stuffed jalapenos are the best. Full jalapeno poppers.
Stuffed jalapenos. I love them. We used to, and we still on occasion make our own like jalapeno popper kind of stuff. I'll grate up the cheese and put in a whole bunch of fresh, finely diced jalapeno, a little garlic, a little bit of paprika, just a pinch of cayenne and some salt, and kind of really get a good hard squeeze on these, little balls. We'll bread them, throw them in the freezer, and yummy. Gotta freeze them first, though.
John says, Tom, how do you cook a thick pork chop?
Slowly. Don't try to cook it fast. It's not like beef. You want to give it a little time.
And Eli wants to know, are you a fan of French bread pizza?
French bread pizza? Sure.
Bacon 420 wants to know, will there be bacon?
Bacon 420. Well, it's been a while since we've seen you. There's going to be bacon tonight. I mean, these shotgun shells are wrapped in bacon. All right, hang on here. I'm going to make these shotgun shells, or get the filling ready anyway.
Carol says he should have shared. She loves them.
Loves
We
what?
only made 2 of them, Carol. One for him and one for me.
Yeah, sorry.
Just because we don't care for them too much, we only made 2.
Yep, that's how it worked. So there you go. A little bit of Italian sausage and some ground beef. I'm not making a bunch of these, just enough for Mrs. Old Guy and I tonight is what the plan is. Anyway, there might be a little bit leftover filling. We'll see. Okay. And I'm also going to get water going for blanching the 3 tomatoes that I figure it's going to take to make enough sauce to make that single pizza that we're at. Okay. Woo! Yes. Halloween coming up. Watch out for the clown. He's got a few tricks up his sleeve. Yes, he does. All right. So I'm going to be kind of doing both here, getting the sauce ready for the pizza and the filling for the shotgun shells. So. Crash! Come on now.
You almost bounced the mic off.
Well, I know that made a lot of noise, didn't it?
Eli says, will garlic brulee? Garlic
I don't know. I'm sure that sometime over in the next year of doing these, I'll probably find, find myself trying to brulee some crushed garlic.
Scott says, I didn't know there were different types of mushroom soup. When I make, I use 5 packs of mushrooms, butter, onions, garlic, wine, lard, vegetable stock, and other seasonings.
Okay.
Oh, flour.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, well, I made a Parmesan mushroom soup. Made kind of the same way. The mushrooms, some onions, a little bit of garlic, salt, pepper, and white wine. But instead of using cream or flour, you use egg yolks. And at the end, you add in some fresh Parmesan cheese. And it is
Delicious.
It's a whole new world of mushroom soup.
Have you ever made trifle?
Trifles?
R-I-F-L-E. Trifle.
Can't answer that. It's been too long. I haven't made it for me personally, but I was in kitchens for a while, so I may at one point, but can't say no. Can't say yes. But I can say that I'm going to start blanching these tomatoes. How about that? I don't have the answers to much of anything. As a matter of fact, if you ever want to use Old Guy for anything, a bad example is really a good base.
Eli said the impossible challenge will soup brulee.
Will soup brulee. But it depends on what kind of soup this year.
And Scott said, I'll definitely have to try making it with egg yolks instead of flour.
Yep. But you got to be careful. You can't just. You can probably find a recipe online. I would suggest checking it out.
Yep. Johnny says he loves mushroom soup.
Oh yeah. I like mushroom soup too. Now that's the exception to the mushrooms. I like mushroom soup, but I really don't care for like fried mushrooms or stuffed mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms on my pizza.
Yeah.
I don't know, just one of those things, I guess.
And I don't even like mushroom soup, so.
Yeah. She don't like mushroom soup, but she liked my mushroom soup.
Yep.
Just saying.
Stanley says French onion soup and loaded potato.
Oh yeah, French onion soup's delicious.
Yep.
Yep. That's one that both Mrs. Old Guy would definitely be happy with having.
Yep.
When it comes to things like clam chowder, Mrs. Old Guy would. Pea soup. I like a good pea soup. Mrs. Old Guy, not so much.
I'm kind of picky. John says, will a burrito brulee?
You're going to have to watch tomorrow morning. I'm not kidding you. Watch tomorrow morning and you're going to see if a burrito will brulee.
Eli loves him a good French onion soup.
Oh yeah, me too.
Johnny says it's against the law not to like French onion soup.
It should be. It definitely should be.
Scott said, I love baked potato soup.
Baked potato soup? Oh yeah, I love potato soup. Baked potato soup, leek soup, soup with potato soup with bacon and lots of caramelized onion and heavy cream. I like potato soup all kinds of ways.
Lisa's here.
Hey Lisa.
Says how you doing?
Good evening. Doing well. How have you been? All right, let's get some basil open here.
Stanley says split pea and ham.
Split pea and ham. Yep. I could make a small batch of split pea and ham and be happy. And I do once in a while. I know the Mrs. Old Guy won't eat it, but sometimes, you just get a hankering for something and you just can't get over it until you actually have it. You know what I mean?
John says, will spinach dip brulee?
Spinach dip brulee? Well, I don't know.
Eli said broccoli, cheddar, and cheddar potato soup.
I love beer cheese soup. Absolutely
Yep.
love beer cheese soup. And it's coming up to that time of year. Huh?
Throw broccoli in there, that's good too.
Yeah, I don't normally put broccoli in my beer cheese soup. Normally it's like some carrots, maybe a little celery, some onion, always some kind of meat like bacon or ham. I prefer bacon. I've tried it with Italian sauce, not Italian sausage, but German sausage a couple of times. It was okay, but it's much better with bacon is the best way. Believe me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Is that how you say that? Blanched. Why do they call it blanching? You know? You blanch the peaches. You blanch the tomatoes. What did Blanche do to get such a bad name? I always thought Blanche was a nice lady. Didn't she live next to, what's her name? Alice Kravitz. Some of you might know that particular reference. Let's see. It's going to take another minute. I can get this out of the way. So I was going to, obviously, pineapple is required if I'm going to do a ham pineapple pizza. And one of the problems was our local market didn't have any more. Fresh. Normally they got them. Usually pretty cheap, but they were out. So tonight, I'm going to make do with canned. I'm sorry. I know it. Canned pineapple. I'm sorry. You guys are going to have to deal with it. This pizza's still going to taste good. So don't worry. I'm not going to let you down.
You guys said he'll be making chili rellenos tomorrow. He might be making a video.
Chili relleno. Yum! Now see, there's something else that I really like stuffed. Chilies like that. Chili relleno. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Betcha.
Henry says, yeah, I wasn't going to empty though, so they were half. But he just took it away, so I don't know.
Okay. That's okay. Get some peppers cut up here. Some of these peppers are, I'm going to add some peppers to the pizza and maybe a little onion. But for the shotgun shells, I'm going to put in just a little bit of finely minced up bell pepper. That looks good. And some jalapeno. I wanted to have a little more of a kick. So we'll dice up half a jalapeno in there and a little bit of onion.
John wants to know, will hard-boiled egg brew?
That is a good question. And well, like I said, a lot of these suggestions probably at one point or another are going to be done. It's going to be a long year. So far, the things that I've bruleed, more things don't brulee than do, at least so far. All right. Just finally minced up a little bit, yeah.
Eli says, Tom, you might have a world's first. I don't think I've ever seen anybody or a recipe use fresh pasta for shotgun shells.
Well, I don't know if it's the world first, but you know, if it's any that big of a deal. But just when I saw they needed, called for manicotti shells, or at least almost all the recipes I looked at did. So, well, the manicotti shells I can get are just little dinky things. If I'm gonna, bother to take the time to make some appetizers of any worth, they're gonna, I mean, come on. let's have a little something to them.
Lisa says that she's been to the doctors and she's got to go back and get more tests for her heart and her kidneys. She will let you know how she does.
Well, Lisa, I sure hope everything goes good for you.
Well, yes.
Yep.
Stanley said why he retracted that was because work messaged him and he messaged the wrong person.
I've done that. All right. We'll start that veg here. And let's get these skins off the tomato. These are going to be good.
Yeah, should be really good.
Yeah. Quick little pizza sauce. And I'm telling you guys, if you have never had fresh oregano baked on top of your pizza, you're missing out. You are totally missing out. Alright, let's try to crush these down just a little bit. I do it by hand, but they're still kind of hot. So we'll just give it a quick little mash here. Come on now. You're a tough little bugger, huh? Okay. That looks really good. All right.
Guess we'll have to wait and see, huh, John? We'll pasta brulee.
We'll what?
Pasta brulee.
We'll pasta brulee. You know, again, that's one of those hidden questions. I'm sure at some point will be answered. All right.
Wild Ben just got home from him and said hey. And
Hey.
he said hey.
Hey, wild man. All right, a little bit of white wine going in that sauce. That looks good. Pull that off the heat for a second. Get the cork off the corkscrew. All right. Throw some meat up in there. Put the wine back where I got it. Well, I can't put it back where I got it. I got it at the liquor store. Crash. Okay. So far, so good. Turn that down. Got some herbs here. The basil. And oregano. That fresh garlic. Throw that in here. Got a couple peppercorns. There was already some in there, so I didn't crush that quick. Okay, a little bit more. Some salt. Sea salt. Doesn't smell like the ocean to me. Get this meat cooked up here. Turn the temperature down on that. I don't need the sun This will cook up pretty quick. Starting to smell some peaches. That's a good sign.
Yeah. Chuck Norris never calls the wrong number. You just answer the wrong phone.
That's right. I don't know. Look it up. You ever notice? The day after Chuck Norris was born, the Second World War ended. Good old Chucky. Speaking of Chucky, one of my buddies is going to be working on a little project, kind of on the base, sort of on Peanuts, but it's not going to be regular Charlie Brown. You know, it's going to be Chucky Brown. Should be pretty fun. Looking forward to doing that with him. Those of you that have seen the Chucky movies, you know, can't remember what they're called. But... All right, let's let that meat drain out.
Stanley wants to know, has anyone here ever distilled actual ocean water to create salt?
Can't say as though I have.
Scott says, "Oh, I feel bad. I just got to the dog park and there was no one here for my big boy to play with."
Oh.
Johnny says, "Smells good from here."
Awesome. Smells good from here too. Let's get some green pepper to go on that pizza, because I figure if you're going to do pizza with Canadian bacon and pineapple, why not throw some green bell pepper and onion on there? So I'll get a little bit of green bell done and a little bit of onion. Oh, got a little bit right here. Just need to cut it up.
Did you know that taxes pay Chuck Norris?
What's that?
Did you know that taxes pay Chuck Norris?
I'm sure they do. Taxes pay Chuck Norris, that's right.
Can't guess who that's from.
No. I'm going to kind of set this stuff aside, give myself a quick little pickup here.
Johnny says, "And Ukraine?"
What's that?
Johnny said, and Ukraine. And Ukraine.
And Ukraine. What about it?
I don't know. Maybe it smells good from there. I don't know.
It does. It smells good from the Ukraine?
I
I
guess
bet it does. Well, I got a good, smells good tale for you. Many, many years ago, Mrs. Old Guy and I were visiting her sister and her family. And I decided that I was going to cook spaghetti for dinner. And things were going along. Things were cooking, the sauce, and had bread baking in the oven and so forth. And my niece, who was then maybe like 14, thereabouts, maybe 15, she came, walking into the house. I guess she would have been out with her friend. I have no idea, but she came walking in, and she, "Oh, something smells good. And being the smart aleck I am, I went, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm telling you what. She got really bowed up over that. Guess you don't appreciate her uncle's sense of humor.
Johnny says our taxes pay Ukraine.
Our taxes pay Ukraine. No, we don't want that.
Scott said Rev Table Pizza does a twist on Halloween, on Hawaiian pizza. It's called the Maui Zowie. It has ham, crisp bacon, juicy pineapple, tomatoes, and red and green onions, and Polynesian sauce. It's really
Interesting.
good.
Nice. Yeah. Well, when I had my pizzeria, I did we called it the Bookham Dano. The name of my place was Dano's, so it was the Bookham Dano Hawaiian pizza, which is pretty much what I'm doing tonight. Let's take a look.
John, little mayo brulee.
Little mayo brulee. I don't know. I think it might be too soft. Oh my! Ooh, that looks just delicious. I think I'm gonna call that good. Oh!
You seen it, John?
All right. Did you see it jump? I saw it jump too. I guess I'm going to show these fine folk. I hope you can you see that at all?
I'm gonna put it down some.
Any closer?
But you can see it pretty well.
Fresh. Peach crisp. Yummy, yummy. Sauce is looking good. Smells excellent. Gotta let it kind of keep going so it'll reduce down a little bit. Got my veggies and meat ready over here. Let me drain some fat off of this. And I'll put the cheese in, so to speak. Yow! Handle's hot. Halloween coming up.
Yeah, should be fun.
It should. This year will be a little different since I'm participating in the Rocky Horror Show production that they're doing in the local theater. And they'll be doing that over that Halloween weekend. So it sounds like, we'll actually be out doing something for Halloween. It should be a lot of fun. It should be a lot of fun. All right.
Eli said that his ex's cooking was so good, even the smoke alarm cheered her on. Scott wants to know how Polly and Chumley are.
Polly and Chumley are doing really well. We've,
Speak, Polly.
over the last, couple of weeks or so, we've
Speak.
made several trips up into the mountains looking at the aspen changing colors and just to get out for a little while. And both Polly and Chumley absolutely love it. We stop at different places and we'll take them for a walk. And they've been having themselves a pretty good time here lately.
Hang out up there and have lunch, and they get treats and snacks, and
Yep.
I like that.
So what I got here is some Asiago. And that's going to go on the pizza. Nice, sharp Asiago cheese. Okay.
Grace here.
Hey, man from the future.
It says man from the future here, still recovering from Kiss, the final tour concert Saturday night.
Ah. Well, I hope it was. I hope it was everything you wanted it to be. I really do.
Hope you had a great time.
Yep. Okay, and a little bit of that Asiago into the shotgun shell. Figured since I got a great cheese for that, I might as well go ahead and grate the cheese for the pizza as well. That looks good. And we got some Monterey Jack going into this shotgun shell. I got some cream cheese too, I just haven't pulled it out yet.
Eli said her favorite thing to make for dinner was reservation.
Yeah, I bet. Not a whole lot of cheese. Okay. Now what do you think, guys? You want me to stop at that? Or do you want me to pull out a block of cheddar and throw some cheddar in there for those shotgun shells too? Or are you good with Monterey Jack and Asiago? You let me know. You let me know. I'm going to start working on the mozzarella. Especially you guys that requested the shotgun shells.
Greg says it was bloody awesome. A spectacle, not bad for some old guys. They still got it.
Awesome. Yeah, the Rolling Stones came out with a new album. I've heard it's really good. If it's not out yet, it will be. All right. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. That's what it's all about. And the big thing is you remember the concert. There's been a few I've been to that I don't remember so much.
Eli said Greg is charging up his flux capacitor.
Not in front of my wife, you don't.
Steve says he's going to a friend's to toss back a few right now.
Okay. Well, Steve, I appreciate you coming on in, hanging out. Trying to get this stuff done in sequences here to where maybe towards the end I don't have quite so much to do. All right. This looks good. It's cooled down enough to where I can go ahead and just get that cheese in there. And I didn't pull it to the front, so it's going to take me a second now to find it.
Uh-oh.
Is that it? No. Going down. That's what I get for not, see, every time I try. Mrs. Old Guy, do you have any idea where that cream cheese is?
No.
That ain't it either.
It's in that small plastic container.
Well, that helps. There's like 600 small plastic containers in here.
Steve said he'll be here for a bit.
Okay. I found it.
Go out this way. Here you go. Go outside that way.
Got to reach into the drawer of death.
Can you reach it?
All right. Let's get some cream cheese in there. Spoon or so. Let's get it mixed up. Roll out some pasta and let's get some shotgun shells into the oven. They're going to take a little while, and I figure that's okay. While they're doing their thing, I can start putting that pizza together. That's looking really nice.
It smells really good.
Thank you. All right. So nobody answered, huh?
No.
Nope. Okay. Well, then I guess I'm just using this cheese. Let's see. If you don't reply, then I'm just going to run amok and do what I want. So. Okay. Miss Olga, would you do me a favor, please? Would you turn that fan on for me? It's about 500 degrees in here. It just feels like it. It's not really 500 degrees. All right. How's this taste? Ooh. All right. A little pasta action. Tighten up my clamp. Don't look, Emma. He's tightening his clamp. You dirty dog clamping. Okay. A little bit of flour, if I remember, is a tad bit on the sticky side. That's not too bad. That actually feels really nice.
Steve said Kiss was awesome, or is awesome.
I saw them many, many years ago when I was stationed in Germany. It was a good show. I've never heard anybody tell me that they've been to a Kiss show and, oh man, they sucked. Never heard that from anybody. All right. So any pasta that I'm not using for the shotgun shell tonight, I'm going to use to make some noodles and have myself a little like mac and cheese sort of pasta and cheese for lunch tomorrow. Just easier for me to use the whole egg that way rather than try to use a half an egg in a smaller batch yet. Roll these out to about as thick as a decent manicotti. I got myself kind of a measuring pipe, so to speak, to get myself the length of this to cut it out for 2 of these shotgun shells. I might make 3. I might make 3.
Lisa says, hey Tom, do you think that clown would like candy corn and tomato soup?
At this point, There is nothing that would surprise me that clown would do. So it wouldn't surprise me. It would not. All right, we got this cut. Rolled out as thin as I want it.
Stanley says, did you know that Ronald Mills over in Germany, my uncle, is your age and was also over there in the army?
Oh yeah, that's cool. There's chances of us ever running into each other are probably pretty slim. There's a lot of guys based in Germany in the 70s. Just saying. All right, my measuring pipe. Where did I put my measuring pipe? Ah, it's on the table.
Steve wants to know, do you like American Pickers?
I watched it. I don't know. To me, it seemed. I don't know. It was okay. You know, I watched it a few episodes, but it wasn't like my favorite show or anything. All right, this is my little cannoli tube, and that's what I'm going to use to mark out how big I need to cut this out for my manicotti, right?
Yep.
Okay, so there's one.
Frank says that he's in the car now and he can't chat, hands on the wheel.
That's it, buddy.
Yep. Gotta be safe.
That is it.
Eli says, I played basketball last night for 3 hours, woke up stiffer than a starched shirt. I'm not a spring chicken anymore.
Well, neither am I. And you don't want to say spring chicken. It'd be more akin to you ain't no spring rooster no more. Just saying, let's get it right. Got your wrister and you got your hands. Chicken? They're both chickens. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Okay, I cut 4 of these. That'll probably be good. Now, I got this package.
Always photo bombing back there.
Is she?
Yeah.
Awesome. She's a good kid.
Johnny told him, if you could move it all, I'd be in a body cast.
All right, there's some bacon. See, obviously you want to stuff your manicotti shell with this, but since I couldn't find, I'm just gonna have to do it this way. I'm sure it'll work out just fine. Pack that around. What do you know? Now let's get that strip of bacon. Wrapped on there. This is going to be good. Guess it's going to take 2 strips. More bacon? Oh boy, that's such a horrible thing. Come on now. This strip of bacon's not going to be very cooperative. I'm going to have to stretch it into submission. There we go. The only thing about the manicotti this way, it's easy for it to fall out if you're not careful. Your filling, that is. That's a big shotgun shell.
What do you need, Polly?
That is a really big shotgun shell. I'm going to trim the end of that off.
Eli says OG is at his peak when bacon is involved.
Oh, I love bacon. Okay. It's hard work. I'm in the kitchen, slaving over hot food. That's not right. I am not enjoying this. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
You guys correct me if I'm wrong. Get that one closed up. More bacon. A little bit of a stretch. Just like me pretending I know what I'm doing. It's a little bit of a stretch. Okay, how am I doing on time? 6:30. Yep, gonna be running long tonight, guys.
Eli says 37mm shells.
Yeah.
And Carol says it's exactly where you need to be.
Well, we'll see. Looks like I made about enough of this to do 4. I can smell that Asiago. Okay, I've got one more to wrap after this one, and then pop them into the oven. My guess is they're going to have to bake for about 30 minutes. I'll brush them down with some barbecue sauce. You really want to smoke these, obviously, for your best flavor and results, but couldn't very well put these in the smoker and smoke them for however many hours on the stream. So, taking the next best route.
Come here, Chum Chum. I'm not coming over there. You gotta come here.
Mm-hmm.
Silly dog.
All right. Yeah, that's a pretty large shotgun shell, I'd have to say.
I'm dropping a link in. Tom.
Okay. Yep. Miss Old Guy is dropping the link to my new channel, the Old Guy Radio Players. There'll be a new episode every week, 15 minutes or so long.
It'll only have George and Pudgy on.
Pretty much only George and Pudgy until I hope at some point to expand into other shows. doing other programs, but for now, only George and Pudgy. All right. Number 4. Get this one.
We're going to have lunch tomorrow, too.
Oh, yeah. This would be a tasty little thing.
Yeah.
Last strip of bacon. Oh, now that sounds like a movie. The Last Strip of Bacon. Starring who? Come on. Starring who's in that movie? The answer's obvious, but somebody has to say it.
Sean and the Pack, sir.
Good evening, Sean. How are you, sir? God, dude, that was a huge freaking unboxing video. That's a lot of stuff. All right. Let me get my hands rinsed off. So far, Sean, I've made our peach crumble. I made some pasta to make the shotgun shells. Shotgun shells have some Asiago cheese, some Monterey Jack, a little bit of cream cheese, peppers, onions, jalapenos, and ground beef, Italian sausage. I just wrapped them up here. They're a lot bigger than, I guess, your regular shotgun shell.
Sean said Kevin Bacon.
Yes, Kevin Bacon. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
Eli said the last strip of bacon sounds like a horror movie.
It does.
Johnny said the link don't work for you for some reason.
Huh. Well,
It clicked it. It took me right there.
okay. Well, you can also go to my page in the community tab. I've also got a post about it and a link there. So you can still get to it by that way. And I'll see. And it's odd why that won't work for you, Johnny.
Yeah, I don't know. Here, I'll do it this way.
I'm just going to get this barbecue sauce. And yes, this is my absolutely killer barbecue sauce.
Try that link.
Eli had the opportunity to try my blueberry barbecue sauce. Sent him just the regular blueberry and this one that I called the blueberry Bellevue. It had a fair amount of ghost pepper in it. All right, shotgun shells into this oven. Let me see here. We're gonna.
It says stirring Porky Pig. That's good. I'm glad that link worked.
Awesome. All right, let me get this bacon out of the way. That's what I get for kind of whistling.
That was Daddy. It was Daddy.
Daddy dogs. Daddy dogs. All right. So yeah, today's Willet Hurley is not one that I'm ever going to do again. Yep. One piece just don't want to cook out. That's fine.
Here, come.
Okay. So the sauce is done. I don't know if let me get this out of light. Go here.
That looks good.
Nice, thick, delicious tomato. Ooh, look at that. Yummy. That'll go on. The plates are here in just a little while. Get this light shut off. And Sean, they were of course all puffy when they first came out of the oven, but there's our, I guess I'll have to use this again since it's no longer puffy and bubbling. There's our peach crumble dessert. Yum. I'll have a little heavy
Looks
cream.
good.
Ah,
Looks good.
yeah, it does. Yummy. All right. Off we go. Off we go. For those of you that saw the George and Pudgy live episodes that I did, that is what's coming up after the Pie in the Sky. It was we did it as a live broadcast, so there was little to none in the way of any sound effects, editing, or any of that. So I'm going to go back through and re-edit those and put that whole thing back as 15-minute episodes that everyone, the whole family, can enjoy.
Lisa said, "Hey Tom, what did the gingerbread man say to the witch when he let him out of the oven?"
Oh, I'm afraid to ask. Tell me.
Trying to burn me up?
Ha ha ha. Are you trying to burn me up? It's a good one. All right.
Jenny says, "Oh man, reminds me of stewed tomatoes."
Stewed tomatoes. I like stewed tomatoes.
You're soft.
Ah, I like stewed tomatoes though. Yeah. It's good. I think I'm going to add just maybe a tablespoon of water back into it.
Sean said, "Got more unboxing videos to come. Tom, even some more toys from the 60s and Godzilla I got is worth $200, and there was a little 4-armed monster in there worth up to $300 out of the box," he has said.
Wow. That's awesome, Sean. That's way cool. I was going to try to sign up or whatever. But the stupid thing wouldn't let me do it on my laptop. Or my desktop. It was a little aggravating. I can't set up my free account. Let's cover up some cheese. I think I should add some Monterey Jack into the cheese for the pizza. What do you guys think?
Sure.
Gives it a little extra creaminess. All right. Let's get the cheeses put in the fridge. And then we quiet down there, doggy.
Sean said, "I'll send you a referral link to it, and it will get you 200 and a credit. Get you 200 and credit, and me 200 credit."
Cool. Yep. send it on over. When I log back on, after I get everything moved back in after the stream, I'll definitely take a look at it.
What are you working at, Charlie?
For those of you that do not know, this stream is brought to you via my Frankenstein desktop computer.
Yeah, he needs a new PC.
Yeah, I really do. Between trying to do editing and a little bit of gaming, I like games like Civilization and so forth. And anyway, Frankenstein can be a bit of a monster at times.
Sean said, will do.
Awesome. Oh, I can smell that big
Yeah,
time.
so can I. It smells good.
Yeah, it does. I turned the convection oven on, hoping that it gets a quicker cook to it, so I don't have to wait till 7:30, 8 o'clock to eat my frickin' pizza.
Might be that anyway.
It might be. I can check on my dough. Oh yeah. I got some nicely risen dough here.
Eli said that his game of choice is Command and Conquer.
Command and Conquer. Ah. I don't think I know the game. I play that destroyer game where you battle ships and mostly Civilization though. I do have a roller coaster tycoon.
Lisa said that Tim is out at haunted houses with his kids today.
Oh, fun.
Sean says, I watched all of your Does It Brulee videos last night in a row. They are so awesome. And the faces you make sometimes I busted up laughing.
Well, like I said, some of these, well, I think the larger part of the brulees have not been. Today was. If you haven't seen it for today, please do. Woo! The cat's kind of out of the bag. Tomorrow is the brulee burrito. And then coming after that is the other one that was requested, but I'm not going to say it now because... Okay. On Monday comes out the pizza willet brulee. So, I already had them in the bag, guys. The obvious ones are going to go first. Yeah?
Sean says he loves Command and Conquer, and Eli said you build a base and an army and fight other armies.
Yeah, I think I played a game similar to it.
And he said that, or Eli said that Alert 2 is his favorite.
Alert 2. Sounds like a cool game.
Right up your alley.
Hey, that's up your alley. Up my alley, up your alley. Who do you think you're talking to over here?
Okay. Hurry up, I'm hungry.
Well,
Hurry up.
I'm hurrying as fast as I can hurry.
Don't look like you're doing that.
Well, looks can be deceiving.
Hurry up.
Guess I'll open up these pineapples. Since I gotta be doing something, guess I'll do this. How do you got? How many of you folks save your juice when you open a can of pineapple? You guys drain it down, then you drink it. Need to get a decent drain on it. I drink it. All right.
Eli said that he uses the juice as a sweet and spicy sauces.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I hear you there. Yeah, when I'm cooking with it, like, you know, I want to make a soy sauce, a soy-based sauce, pineapple juice, some fresh ginger, a little bit of sugar.
Lisa says she uses it on ham. That would be good.
What would be good?
Lisa said that she uses it on ham.
Uses what on him? Healthy.
Pineapple.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. It's also good, like sprayed or brushed on your barbecue ribs. A little more sauce on here.
Those smell really good.
They do. They're starting to look amazing. But they are a long way from cooked. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it the pizza. And I'll just cover it and let it sit. And then when the appetizers come out, the pizza will be ready to go in. What am I looking for right here?
Eli says all I need is a jar of that sauce and a straw.
Nah. You remember those commercials for Dairy Queen's Frosty, you know, or Blizzard? Yeah, Dairy Queen Blizzard, trying to suck a Blizzard through a straw. If you think that's difficult, try and suck that. Go ahead, I dare you. Let's see you suck it through a straw. Aha! All right, I'm bouncing around here like I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't. Mrs. Old Guy is giving Chumley lovings and pattings because he was in there. He is. Such a forlorn creature. Nobody loves him. Nobody feeds him. Yeah, I'm just, you know, yeah, right? You want to pull, you want to hand stretch some pizza dough? Don't do it this way. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right, Mr. Wales. More pizza is now starting to come together.
Eli said the barbecue sauce is That's what he was talking about with drinking fresh.
Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about my pizza sauce. I'm going to say good luck with that, buddy. I'm not responsible for any hospital bills. All right. Let's get this sauce spread out here. Can you see this okay, Mrs. Old Guy? Am I in a position you can see okay?
Yep. I can. I don't know if they can, but I can.
Well, if you can see it, they can see it.
I know it.
I knew it, you knew it, they knew it. Everybody knows it, but nobody does anything about it. So far this fall, we haven't had any bears come calling,
No.
which has been nice. Last two winters, or last two falls, and subsequent springs, we had bears come a-calling.
Yep.
So far this year, haven't seen any. Well, I did see one out of town. I almost ran the little feller over. All right.
Last year we had one come in our back porch.
We did. Pizza, pizza, pizza. What do you think? That looks pretty good.
Yes.
Guess I'll put the meat on.
What? Chelsea? You don't get pizza. I'm sorry. Better go see. Better go see how Holly's working.
I guess. I'm going to cut it in half. Delicious.
Eli wants to know, have you done a video just on how to make your pizza sauce?
I believe I have. It's not just the sauce. I think it was pepperoni pizza, and I made the sauce and the crust. And basically the way I made it, I've got a couple of different recipes for pizza sauces. There's one that I used in my restaurant, and then there's this one that I kind of like to use at home.
Sean said that was awesome. You just said pizza, 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 and I literally just uploaded a short of the Ninja Turtles we got at Walmart, LOL.
That was such a seriously missed marketing ploy back when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were the big hit. They had everything Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Cereal, lunch boxes, jackets, backpacks, you name it. They had everything but one thing. No Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle frozen pizzas. There was no... The thing that they loved to eat the most, I figured that would have been one of the first things that ever got put out. But, go figure, right?
Oh, that's too bad, Carol. Carol said an owl ate a chicken last night. Wes had his phone backward, so they didn't get it or something.
Aw. Well, that's the thing about up here, Carol. Wild critters will come around.
Yep, they will.
A couple of years ago, I found a rack of pork ribs that were like really seriously freezer burned. So I chucked them outside on top of this thing I had for a gazebo. And There were crows, fed crows for a while, and it also fed this really big red-tailed hawk.
Yep.
That was really cool. Sat out there for almost all day,
Yep.
eating it. It was cool. All right. So onions and peppers.
Eli said, since Greg is not here, I'll have to say it. Moo.
Yeah, what happened to Greg?
He was driving the last time you.
Oh, that's right. He's driving and can't answer.
Yep. Sean said, oh, they're a hit again, and they're back, and it's big. The new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mayhem movie is amazing. There's so many new stuff out there.
Right on. You know how they got started, right? As a joke between a couple of cartoonists. All right. So there's your basic. A little more on the top.
Carol said maybe I won't need to feed them soon.
Maybe not.
Well,
All right. And I've got some fresh oregano. And I'm telling you, if you've never had pizza with fresh oregano baked on the top, you're missing out. You really should give it a try. And last moment, kind of thought, if I can find it. If I can find it. I'm not going to find it. Where is it?
what do you need?
I was looking for my white pepper. That's okay.
Eli said he heard the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle was good. The movie was good.
Yeah, that's what Sean was just saying.
And he said the original TMNT in comics were kind of dark and more adult.
Okay. Pizza's ready to go in the oven. Here, Mrs. Little Guy. Have this slice of Canadian bacon to tide you over till a pre-appetizer appetizer.
It's not for you, little girl.
And I can't believe I did it. I didn't bring my chair down to my normal spot.
Johnny says never had fresh oregano on pizza that I know of. Maybe I did in Chicago.
It is so good. Cranking the heat was the deal. Was the thing to do on these. They're going to be ready probably I'm going to give them another 3 minutes and take a look. My guess is they're going to be done. We'll see. I will have to increase the temperature on the oven. Crank it up to 500. Bake this pizza in about 8 minutes or so. Thereabouts. When I had my pizzeria, we used pizza screens. And after each pizza, we just throw the screens on a pile. At the end of the night, throw the big pile of screens into the oven, boiling off all the cheese and whatnot on them. Wipe them down, get them ready for the next day. One night, they were really smoking. I mean, way more than ever. And I couldn't understand why. I mean, I always expected to see some cheese burning off or something, but not like it was. Until I pulled them out of the oven and realized that I had purchased a new wire brush to scrape down these screens with. And because the old one was wore out, and I bought a plastic handle. And I grabbed it right in the middle of all the other screens it got in there. So it melted all over my pizza screens and ruined, I don't know, like $300-400 worth of pizza screens. That was one of those oh no moments.
And you know, that's kind of funny because Eli just asked, any oh no's lately?
Well, that wasn't lately.
lately.
That was quite a while ago. Yeah, no real oh no's lately. Thankfully.
Yeah. Carol said she's getting a new bag of feed for her chicks today.
Ah. Ooh. Can you guys see that? See that okay?
Yeah. Smells delicious.
Oh man, they smell amazing. They're looking good. The bacon still isn't done yet, but it's getting there.
Carol said, OMG.
I'm ready for pizza. I'm ready for dinner.
Yeah, so am I.
But it's not going to happen that way. I didn't figure it would. I knew tonight would probably run over. That's all right.
Tony says, look at that. Looks fabulous. Carol said, yes.
Oh, a little dab of the sauce. Well, I am biased. It's my sauce, and
Scott says, yeah, I didn't miss the food yet.
nope, not yet. Nope, haven't eaten anything. Mrs. Old Guy's eaten more than I have. She ate a slice of Canadian bacon, and I ate a half a slice of Canadian bacon.
I shared mine with the dogs. A bite.
You shared that perfectly good Canadian bacon with dogs?
Yes. They got a little bite.
What a waste. If I'd have known you was going to do that, I would have only gave you half a slice.
Scott said, did you already have Scotch shotgun shells?
Nope, haven't eaten them yet. They're still in the oven. They're cooking. It's going to take them a while to bake, but they are getting there, and they smell
Oh, man, yeah.
just delicious. They're a little big for an appetizer. I think one of them would make 2 shotgun shells. So this old guy and I will share one. I mean, if we eat more than that, you know, we're not going to make much of a dent in that pizza.
Eli says, waiting only makes the food taste better.
What makes the food taste better?
Waiting.
Waiting? It
Yeah.
does. Oh, this is so good. It was worth the wait. Now, I remember one time it wasn't worth the wait. There's some old friends of mine. This is quite a while ago, but we kind of grew up together. My friend gives a call and said, "Hey, come on up. Our buddy here is making homemade lasagna from scratch. He wants everybody to, get together with the old guys. So come on up." And so I went up and with Mrs. Old Guy and our kids and my other buddy, I'll call him Jeff. He went up with his kids and his wife. And, we're in my friend's house with his wife and his kids. So there's a whole bunch. And our one friend that was doing all the cooking, he's single and pretty drunk. And finally, I think it took about 10 hours, and my friend Jeff packed up his family, and I think they ended up going to McDonald's. And we waited, Mrs. Old Guy and I waited for another hour and a half, and we took off, so we waited for 11 and a half hours. And my friend And his wife said that he finally finished making lasagna, like, I don't know, 1 in the morning. He'd been at it for like 14 hours. He was drunk off his butt. They said the lasagna tasted good, but it wasn't worth the wait.
John wants to know, have you ever made an ice cream cake?
I have. There's I like to make a chocolate stout cake. Make it from Guinness beer. And I've made it several different ways. I've made it with as an ice cream cake where I've, baked it, then, cut it into the slices and layered vanilla ice cream in a spring form. Made ice cream cake with it that way. Absolutely delicious. So, yes, I've made ice cream cake. Yes, sir. Made regular chocolate a couple of times, but it's not as good. If you've never made chocolate stout cake, you gotta make it.
Yeah, it's delicious.
It is. It's really good. You're going to get a depth of flavor out of that chocolate that you've probably not experienced unless you've had that before. And but it's not going to be like a Duncan Hines cake where it's real light and it's a heavier, denser cake, more along the line, kind of a like maybe a pound cake would be a good example of it being a denser cake. Oh man, it is. It's so good. 5 minutes it says. I don't want to wait 5 more minutes. I want it now. Right now. All right, Mrs. Old Guy, I'll get us a couple of little plates here. I guess I'll get a fork. I have to reach into the drawer of doom. Damn near bit my hand off. All right. These shotgun shells are coming out of the oven here in just a short 4 minutes.
Johnny said 11 and a half hours and he's laughing.
Oh, yeah. And I'm positive that the only reason that my other buddy waited is because the dude was at his house. Otherwise, they probably, their kids long ate hot dogs or whatever and went to bed, it takes me time to do things sometime, but not like that. Making everything. Making the ricotta, making the mozzarella, the sauce, the pasta, sausage. I could have done all of that in way less time.
What are you doing, Colin?
It's been a while since I made some mozz. Maybe next time we do a pizza night, I'll make it.
Yeah.
3 minutes. Come on, food. Nope. Don't open the oven. Don't peek. Just wait. It'll cook. Oh, it smells so good. Aromatherapy. Sorry. I was getting carried away. I'm subject to do that. Just, you guys understand something. That I have never been satisfied with a good time. Never been satisfied with a good time. I've always had to have a good time and a half. That's just the way it's always been.
Johnny said I would have eaten a hole through concrete before I waited that long for food.
Yeah.
And John says Pops Off the Clown should make candy corn soy sauce milkshake.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do that. But I can't guarantee. You know, he's one crazy freaking clown. Yeah, eat your way through a concrete block. Okay, that's close enough for me. Holy mackerel. Those look fantastic. Yeah, don't drop them on the floor though.
No. Docs would love them.
Yeah, you know they would.
They'd be right there.
Right, well, before I do anything, let's see if I can get rid of some of this bacon fat before it goes all over. All right, guys, are you ready for a thing of beauty? They might be big, but look at those shotgun shells. Let me give you a little more light. This darn thing, come on.
Yum. That looks good.
Yes. Look at that.
And I said they look so good.
The smell of this house is amazing right now. Alright, so we're going to load one of these dudes.
Put that pizza in first.
Yeah. Pizza, that one's got to get a little bit hotter, so just relax.
Scott says, have you ever cooked something and when you were done, you accidentally dropped it or did something to wreck it?
More times than I want to talk about. I sure have.
Carol says, oh my God. And John says, they look so delightful.
All right, Miss Guy, here you go.
Scott says, oh my God, that looks amazing. That looks amazing. I want one so bad. I can't believe Chum and Polly aren't in the kitchen begging.
All right.
Never had this before, so it's going to be interesting.
Wow. That's really, really tasty.
Scott said he could smell them through the TV.
And now I've never had shotgun shells before this, but from that little bit of smokiness that's in the bacon.
There's a burner on it. It's sitting on a hot burner.
Uh-oh. Let me fix that. Thank you there, Mrs. Old Guy.
Well, that is really good.
I could tell that if this had been done in a smoker, it'd be even better than it is, and this is really, really good. Woo! Ha! Kind of rushed that bite, but wow. Getting just a little bit of heat from that jalapeno, not much. Just very little, more of a flavor than anything. The flavor of jalapeno. There's really no spice or heat to it. Woo! way that sauce is caramelized on the bacon is really good, and that pasta cooked really nice, and this outside end of the pasta got really crispy. Kind of like it does on a lasagna or something.
Johnny said you only need a little bit of spice to make it perfect.
Yep.
Oh, you only need a little bit of spice.
Yep. That was so tasty. Wow. That was absolutely delicious. I'm going to give that a 10 out of 10. That was really good. See, you'll see whatever it is I eat here on the stream, but I can guarantee you by the end of the night, those are going to be gone. There won't be any left for lunch tomorrow.
John said, Tom, how about a tamale dumpling?
A tamale dumpling? Well, John, a dumpling, a tamale is pretty much a dumpling as it is. You know, it's meat inside of a steamed pocket, and that's what most are. It just, the only difference is the corn. So, I wouldn't know what to do with that other than just make tamales. Sorry, I didn't mean to break the news, and I hope it didn't bring anybody down. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Johnny says, have you ever tried a cooking challenge to make a tasty meal out of Spam?
Have I ever done a cooking challenge to make a meal out of Spam? No, but I can. And if you're issuing me that challenge, I'll do it, but it won't be part of a live stream. I'll do it as a video, as a challenge video. I've got one that I got to do from Eli. Yet another. The first one, although worked, the video did not. But he also issued to make, say, Parmesan cheese cannoli with pimento cheese filling, I believe is what it was.
Parmesan crisp shell with pimento filling.
Yep. So, and just so you know, Mr. Eli, sir, I will be doing that sometime this week. Well, sometime this next week, since tomorrow starts a new week. But
Yeah, Johnny said, or another non-perfect key ingredients.
Huh?
He said Spam or other non-perfect key ingredients to make
Well,
something out of it.
yeah, I can make something out of Spam. Write that down.
He says, no, don't make a video, I just thought it was a curious idea.
Good ideas come from that.
Greg says...
You never know what I'll come up with. Put it down anyway.
Okay. Greg's back. He said, phew, made it in time for dinner. I hear you guys all the making my tummy crumble.
Ha ha ha. Well, I don't want to make your tummy crumble.
Rumble.
Oh, rumble. I thought you said crumble. I was going to say, wow, boy, that must be bad if your stomach crumbling. It must be dry. Dry, crumbly old stomach. That sounds like a good name for a restaurant, don't it? The Crumbled Stomach. Well, maybe it doesn't sound like a good name for a restaurant. What do I know? How are we looking in here? Looking good. I forgot to set the timer, so it's all right. Not long, maybe 4 minutes. What?
Eli said Iron Chef OG.
Iron Chef OG. No, I wouldn't say Iron Chef. More like Silly Putty. Silly Putty Chef, not Iron. Not by any means. Yeah. The Silly Putty Chef. Okay. All right. I was wrong. Mrs. Old Guy's looking at me like, I've got 3 heads or something. Oh, boy. So, after the Rocky Horror Picture Show thing that I'm doing, they're going to have a cast, like, get-together or whatever afterwards at this local bar. I'll probably go for a little while. And I'm deciding whether or not I'll go in with my Dr. Scott outfit, which will be a suit coat, tie, and a shirt with a pair of fishnet stockings and high heels. And and I thought, well, in addition to that, I could get myself an old Queen album cover and poke a hole in it, and tie some string through that hole, and then tie the other end of the string around my ankle, and then when we're out, I'll just kind of have that down there, and not only am I Dr. Everett Scott, but I'm also a drag queen. Drag queen. You get it? The string, the album cover. Okay. That was a bad joke. Hey, I know you didn't sign up for the comedy, but I'm not going to quit my day job for it either, so. I don't have a day job.
Johnny said, go as Eli post basketball.
Man, the last Halloween costume party we went to, I went as Carl Childers, Sling Blade, and not a person knew who I was. Not one. It was that was a bad idea.
Eli said, immaculate shotgun shells in the crust of a stuffed crust pizza.
Yeah, they'd be good, but you're kind of taking away the shotgun shell ability to shine for what it is. You want to roll it up and put it inside something else. I think it deserves to be a standalone, appetizer, not part of, just another stuffed crust. I can't believe I'm defending a shotgun shell. Your Honor, my shotgun shell is innocent. It's looking really, really good. It's close, but not quite a cigar yet.
Well, I can go outside this way.
Stupid dogs.
Scott said that him and his best friend dressed up as brothers from the movie Boondock Saints.
Okay.
Not a single girl knew who they were, but every guy at the party did. LOL.
That's too bad. I remember once, a very long time ago, I was in my 20s. Halloween night. It was in Boulder, Colorado. And Boulder used to have this thing called the Pearl Street Mall Crawl. 30,000 people crowd this pedestrian mall. And, costumes, all that. Anyway, it was after an evening on the Pearl Street Mall, and I stopped at a 7-Eleven to get some gas and pick up a pack of smokes. I was a smoker then. And there was this really good looking girl dressed as a pumpkin. And I said something to the fact that, oh, you're a pumpkin. Well, I'm Peter Pumpkin Eater. And she didn't care for that comment too much. And I suddenly kind of was seeing stars after getting a good solid slap to the face. But, you know.
Eli wants to know, what is Sling Blade?
What is Sling Blade? You got to watch it. It is a Billy Bob Thornton movie.
It's really good.
It's really good. He wrote it. He acted in it. He produced it. Directed it. It's a really good movie. It really is. So, the first time I watched it, I didn't know that was Billy Bob Thornton by looking at the character that he played, because it just didn't look like him. But there was no real prosthetic makeup or anything like that. It was just the way he did that character.
Yep.
If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it.
Eli said, did you ever run into Joey Diaz?
Joey Diaz? No. I never did.
And he said, hey, pumpkin, need some spice? LOL. I'll see my way out.
All right. There's a pie. Out the oven. Let me rock this over here for you guys to get a look at. See that pizza? Oh, the aroma's wafting from this pizza. Well, where's my round thingy? Where's my round thingy? This is disappointing.
It's not in there? Really?
My round thingy. Maybe I just didn't open it enough. There's my round thingy.
I'll just use the same plate I had my shotgun shell on.
Uh-huh. As I intended.
Okay. Polly wants some.
Yeah, Polly wants a cracker.
Someone wants some.
All right, you guys. Oh. There you go. Yep, pizza is soyvit. Hang tight there, Mrs. Old Guy. I'll be glad to hand you the Halt and Sepper.
Thank you.
I know you're going to use it. I'll just wait right here for you. This isn't my first rodeo, guys. Why do they say that? This isn't my first rodeo. What if somebody doesn't know what a rodeo is? How are they going to know what it is you're comparing to? Just saying.
Scott said, I didn't realize Tom Cruise was in the Tropic Thunder until halfway through the movie.
Again, you didn't realize that Tom Cruise was in the movie
Tropic Thunder.
Until
I was halfway through the movie.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
We got a nice, really, can you see that? Can you see the color of that crust? Golden brown, just beautiful.
Scott says, ooh, I want to see that. I want to see this pizza. And Eli said that he misses the burger series.
The burger series was fun. Oh. The taste of that baked oregano. Oh. Oh. Mm. 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 I'm just going to give myself a big hug. Mm. Oh, that's so good. Mm. What do you think, Mrs. Old Guy?
There you go. It's really good. Yum. Go ahead.
Mm.
Eli said 10 out of 10 grunts for this meal.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely 10 out of 10. Mm, mm, mm. You wouldn't think that little bit of sauce that I put on there would be enough. Mm. But it's perfect. Mm, 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 mm. Mr. Wales. Woo.
Sean says, oh, well, now I want pizza.
Mm. Man. This is one of those that you try to explain how good it is, but you just can't do it. I will tell you, again, if you've never had fresh oregano, got to put it on the very top of everything else. Oh.
Eli said those shotgun shells are perfect midnight snack, munchy snack.
Oh, you ain't kidding. Mm. I'm going to have to find a way to make them for a buddy of mine that has to be gluten-free. I'll have to see what I can do to make a gluten-free pasta.
Have a good night, Carol. She says groceries are here from her son. Love you guys.
Good night, Carol. Have a good night. For those of you that don't know, Carol just down the street, literally like 3 doors down. Mm. Oh. Well, I can safely say that this was a really good dinner. The shotgun shell was really, really good.
Yeah.
You want to, just before we have dessert, you want another slice? Half slice?
Sure.
Sure what?
Yes, please.
Yes, please, what?
Half a slice.
Half a slice, thank you. Like, see, I like pulling teeth with this one. I know I'm running late here, guys, but some nights that's just how the cigar burns.
Thank you.
Well, I used to love smoking them. Boy, I can't remember the exact brand or the name for them, but they were the small cigarette size cigars like you'd see Clint Eastwood smoking them westerns. Oh, I used to love them things. What kind of cigars do you smoke, Johnny? I've noticed you got your cigars. I'm just curious what kind of cigar they are.
Eli said, bonus time for the week's miss. And Scott said, LOL, right.
Ah.
Eli said, black and milds.
Oh, hey.
Yep, good idea.
Yep, good idea. I gotta spin the wheel and draw a paper before it gets too late. All right. So next week was one that came from Tim over at Crazy Food Crew, and that is Hungarian chicken, right?
Yep.
So that's coming up next week, and so the week after that, got one. Mongolian beef, Eli. So week after next, Eli, Mongolian beef up on you, buddy. All right. Put this back. I love Mongolian beef, so that'll be a pleasure. Well, it's all been a pleasure, even the miso. It was a pleasure to make.
Scott says, I love a good cigar with a nice glass of whiskey. I went to a cigar bar once. My buddy bought me a $50 cigar and a $45 shot of whiskey. We would dip the cigars into whiskey. It was so good.
Huh. Never smoked many varieties of cigar. The first cigar I ever smoked was one of the giant cigars that you'd see at a carnival. You know, they're about 20 inches long. You know, about that big around. I won one at a carnival. Me and my buddy tried smoking it. Both got sick. Ugh. Yep, that wasn't a very good cigar. Well, all right. Let's get down to some dessert. Reach in for a couple
Eli
of...
said, nice. I love this Mongolian beef. And Sean says, Mongolian beef is so good.
Absolutely love it.
Scott loves it.
Oh, yeah. Mongolian beef is... It's just plain delicious. That's all there is to it.
Greg says, sorry, Tom and good lady, back now on the PC. How is the pizza?
Pizza was absolutely delicious.
Yes, it was.
Now these peach crisps. A little heavy cream on the top. There you go. This is old guy.
Thank you.
I'm not going to bother showing them to you. You can't see nothing except for the cream on the top. You got to see what they looked like when they came out. So I figure that's close enough. If it's not, leave a comment in the comment section. The next time I make this, I'll remember. All right. Oh yeah.
Yum.
It's just sweet enough. There's not too much. It's probably a little light on the sugar as far as some, but
Really good.
it is really good. Wow. Great dinner, great dessert. This isn't going to last very long. While I'm eating this, we're running close to 40 minutes over, so I'm going to make this your last opportunity. If you guys got a comment or a question or something else as a food suggestion, this will be a time to do it. We're going to take a few more bites of this here delicious cobbler crumble or crumble peach or whatever the heck, peach crumble.
You guys had a perfect end to the meal.
It really is. Not all of that crumble got crispy. Some of it just kind of melted down into the peaches. Oh, that's really good. Well, I guess we're going to call it about good then. I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out.
Real quick,
Yes.
Scott said, thanks for the longer stream. It was a great stream as always. And darn, I want a shotgun shell back. It was so good.
They are
Frank
good.
said, beef Wellington.
Beef Wellington. Sorry. That's just beyond my financial reach. It's just too expensive of a dish for me to make. Sorry, I have to keep them. I have to kind of draw a line at some point, and beef Wellington is just a little too high dollar.
Sean has a meal request.
Okay.
It was a TikTok sensation, $1 million spaghetti.
$1 million spaghetti. I'll look at it. I just hope it's not one of those recipes that like I want you to put in jar sauce, and as long as I can make it homemade, great.
Grace says, all good, Tom.
All right, folks. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate every one of you. I'm close to that 1,000 subs. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be there. So I appreciate y'all very much. I'll see you next Saturday night when I do Hungarian chicken. All right, guys. Have a good night. Have a good week. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.